Alright, here I am again. Try to change it up a little bit, a little different flavor. I'm with my brother Lauren in my car.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
I'm the youngest of 6 siblings, 5 boys, 1 girl. It's me, then Lauren. In fact, we came down here in our old neighborhood to see one of our brothers who still lives down here. Now, this neighborhood is the hood. Make no mistake about it. Providence might be small, but it's got its elements, like every other city, right? In a city. This is where we grew up. I figured I'd give you a little. I've done this before, but I like to try to add a little color to the video, But anyway, as I'm talking, I figured I'd give you a little tour of the environment. This is the west end of Providence where I grew up. If you haven't seen the video, when we were kids down here, when I was 7, someone firebombed our house on the street I just passed. We all basically narrowly escaped that fire. Me and my 2 brothers after me, we both spent time in the can. In fact, when Lauren was in the can, he got a prison barrel and lost his eye. That story alone is interesting. But in any event, once in a while we come down here and visit our other brother, and you know how it is, you go back to the old neighborhood. It's a lot different than it was, but it's always been the hood. It's always been a place of crime and violence and prostitution, everything. It's got the ill repute fucking tag to it down here. But, I come down here sometimes because this place, despite the fact that it destroyed my life in so many ways, we still live on this corner right here. It's an empty lot now. But you're looking up there, if you can see that. And hopefully, forgive me. I'm just doing this. I'm very unprofessional in the way I do it, but I like a raw video sometimes. And you see the crenellations of the armory up there. That's the Cranston Street Armory. I'm on Cranston Street in Providence, Rhode Island right now, by the way, in the West End. And that's always been a structure in the neighborhood that you always could, when you looked north, south, let's see. North, I suppose, is when you would see it. But in any event, you always know how you go back to your old stomping grounds, you kind of reminisce a little, and we're doing a little bit of that today. But this is the place that shaped me. This is the place that made me a shooter as a young kid, turned me into a bank robber. Between here and the state prison system here, as you know, that was my life for a long time. And sometimes when I'm in the mood to do a video of a certain element, certain aspects of my life, I'll come down here. It kind of gives me a little fuel. Now, I'm doing a lot of talking. I don't know if Lauren's got something to say about this. I mean, we got so many stories. I can fill videos for months on end. I mean, even as kids, Lauren and I would have a lot of beefs. One time in our own house, we shot at each other. Yeah. I was about 13. He was about 15. Sounds fucking insane, and it is insane, but that was the norm down here growing up in this area. That was no big. And down here at that time, it's like, oh, you shot at your brother? You guys are fucking crazy. That's the response you'd get.
Inside the house, we shot at each other.
Yeah. In fact, another brother of mine recently got hurt down here and was put in a coma. Coming back to our old neighborhood as a kid, you got to be careful down here. It ain't like we're familiar on familiar territory anymore. It's changed. This is like Asian, Guatemalan, Asian, Puerto Rican, and the blacks. It's a different area now. But it's always been the hood. As you can see, it's not, it's not much to it. It's very small, but in any event, I figured I'd share a little more with you because I don't want to keep going over the same old topics. I was more focused on Lauren losing his eye and his hardships instead of mine, because he had, everybody in my family, like a lot of families, we all endured hardships, whether it was, incarceration, crime, violence perpetrated against us, whatever. But it shapes us into who we are as well. So, I just did a video, which I haven't been able, because I'm still ignorant on how to upload videos, believe it or not. I'm still trying to figure that shit out. But that's you getting the raw me at the early stages of trying to transgress, I guess the word might be, or transform, or whatever. adjust to society. Go ahead. I hate getting around school buses. They make me nervous. I passed one before, and that wasn't good. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on. I just wanted to do a quick short on a couple of those topics there. You want to add anything to it?
Yeah.
You look like you're in a reminiscent state. What do you want to say?
Well, I want to say it was really hard growing up in this area, and losing my eye was really tough. Took me a long time to get over it. It's good to be in this video. I'd love to make my own video one day.
I seen you singing on videos. What do you ever do about those?
Yeah. Brian said they were no good, so I didn't.
Well, you can't take anybody else's advice. You got to go with your instinct. You think people think my videos are good? I'm judging these videos on the responses I get from you guys out there that watch these, right?
Right.
I don't always have something to say that's, necessarily beneficial to you, but hey, if I can entertain you in some small way, that works for me. But in any event, I got a lot of upcoming, podcast interviews. In fact, I got to go get the computer now and set it up at where I live, and you guys are going to be seeing a lot more, man. I want to try to do something slightly different. At least I don't want to be a fucking cookie cutout. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same old shit everybody else is doing. I want to do something where you watch it and I make you think, if I can. If I even have that ability. I don't know. I'm just winging it here. I just keep looking at the responses, and the responses I get are always positive, so I just keep moving forward. But as you heard Lawrence say, it took him a long time to adjust to the loss of his eye. He almost lost both of them, actually.
Actually, that's right.
It's a maximum security beef, basically. I got stabbed 5 times myself, but I've given that right back to guys. Tenfold. It's not a braggadocio thing. It was just, I was in the can as a kid. And you got to do what the fuck you got to do, or you succumb to the environment. I guess that's about all it. That's about all I have to say right now. But, I just also wanted to let you know. And for those of you that reach out to me and I don't respond because I'm so busy adjusting to life and getting a job, getting a car and all that I don't take the time I should be taking to respond to you guys. But please don't get offended. I'm just, I'll pick a day and sometimes I'll try to respond that whole day. I tend to get so tied up in something I'm doing that I forget the other things I got going on. I'm trying to correct that, though. But in any event, I don't want to ramble on. Just wanted to give you a little something to watch, I guess, until I can come up with something a little more creative. I'm out.
All right, take it easy, everybody. Nice talking to you.
All right, there it is. I'm out, guys.